Altheris, how do you foresee humanity coming together as one in a sustainable way?
That is an interesting question, because when you look out into the world, that is what is happening at this very moment in time. That the vibrational frequency of humanity in its totality is rising. Of course, we have said it is rising slowly, but nevertheless it is rising as more and more people begin to understand and ask themselves the question, who and what am I? Because it is the movement from the I, when you ask that question, to the we, when you are talking about a community, or you are talking about a nation, or you are talking about humanity in its totality. That is what is occurring as a natural way of being in the world, of a natural way of being in the universe. So on an individual level, as we have said, it starts with you asking the question, what am I and who am I? As soon as you start to ask that, or those questions, what occurs is that there is a raising of your vibrational frequency, such that you begin to expand yourself as an individual. And you get to that place where you then, of course, come to an understanding of what the answer to that is, that who you are is the story of that which is the physical body and its desire to remain alive so that the universe can express itself through the physical body. And the what of you, which is, of course, we are answering the questions for you now. That is something you should, of course, answer yourself. But the what of you is that you are a universal energy, that you are the universe, that you are consciousness. Of course, you are consciousness within the context of this universal, this cosmos. When you begin to expand out of that which is this universe, it is very much more expansive. In terms of how humanity can begin to raise its vibrational frequency collectively, it is the connection between those that have asked that question, those that have answered those questions, and then come together in order to shine. And when you have many people that are shining at the same vibrational frequency because they have asked that question, it is like a moth to a flame. The flame itself is the shining of the vibrational frequency, and people begin to see that there is something different that they can have in their life, and they are attracted to that. Of course, as long as they do not go into the flame, but start to burn their own flame and shine in themselves, and then come to those that are of course, that vibrational frequency as well, then the flame itself becomes joined, becomes brighter and brighter until such time as humanity has raised its total vibrational frequency and changed the nature of human experience.
So the key to this really is for each perceived individual to come together and link and connect. Do you have some practical advice on the best methods we could employ to do that?
Well, in terms of the best methods that you have your technological advances, where you call it the internet, or you call it emailing, or you call it surfing the net. What is important is that you look for those that you resonate with, that are within the same vibrational frequency as yourself. Although, of course, if you feel that you wish to associate and raise your vibrational frequency faster, then you go to see those that have a higher vibrational frequency than you. And there is no judgment that you are one vibration and they are another, because that is simply how it is in the universe. And what will occur is a transference. They will transmit energy to you and you will receive energy, and that will raise your vibrational frequency. So seek out a way of life, or seek out those people that have a vibrational frequency that is perhaps a step ladder process for you. Each and every time you meet someone of a higher vibration, you will raise yourself, and then they will have served their purpose in your life. Look for someone else. Have the desire, have the intention of raising your vibrational frequency, and that will simply attract those people into your life that you need to be in relationship with for whatever sustained period of time to raise your own vibrational frequency.
So this seems to be very much focusing on the self. Some people might find that challenging, that there's an air of selfishness connected to that. Why are you suggesting this?
Well, we are not suggesting that anything is selfish. Selfishness has become an aspect of the current way that humanity teaches how you should be a human being in this particular context. There is nothing selfish about what you are doing. it is important that you come into that which is self-love first, because if you are always looking to give someone self-love, then you are not achieving purpose. The purpose is for you to have self-love for yourself and then to shine such that somebody else can then see that you have self-love and they can access their own self-love. That is how the process works. So it is very much starting at the individual level, understanding yourself, loving yourself despite what people say, despite the judgment and criticism that you may attract. But you, this is your life, are responsible for how you live your life. And if you are always giving away that which is your energy to other people so that you are living or allowing them to live their life at the way they desire rather than yourself, then you are perhaps on that journey, but you will at some point in time come to a point where you say, actually, I don't want to live my life in that way. And then you ask yourself, what is it I want? Who am I? What am I? Can I love myself? And it is not selfish to love yourself.
No, I'm hearing that if we were all to love ourselves, and we, through loving ourselves, we raise our own vibrational frequency and we inspire others to do the same, that would be the fastest way to raise the vibrational frequency of the totality of humanity.
Well, unfortunately, it is the only way. There is no other way. Each individual human being has to love themselves in order for the totality of humanity to begin to love itself, or to understand that it loves itself. Of course, beyond that is then humanity saying, we love the planet that we are on as well, because you are part of that also.
Is there a tipping point that we can reach where a certain percentage of human beings are loving themselves that somehow affects the others?
Well, it is, in terms of when you are in relationship with another person who is vibrating at the same level as you, then the shining, or the energy that you both have together in harmony, is greater than that which is the light that you will shine as an individual person. Again, of course, it is a multiple effect, and you begin to then draw in other people because you are shining brighter. And the bigger the group, the brighter the shining, and the more that you will attract, because the vibrational frequency as a group is that which is higher than the vibrational frequency of an individual.
So if, for example, everyone in the northern hemisphere started to love themselves, would that, even without them seeing us, would it affect the people in the southern hemisphere?
Yes, of course, because of the nature of how the energy circulates around the earth. If you are, for instance, in the northern hemisphere and everyone is shining brightly at a high vibrational way of being, then the energy that is being given off by them gets put into the atmosphere because of the way that the electromagnetic aspect of the globe or the earth works, and it transmits that energy down into the southern hemisphere and vice versa. So as the, we would say, vibrational frequency of someone in the southern hemisphere rises, it gets put into that which is the electromagnetic field of the earth and is transmitted and affects the entire earth itself.
So this is really a very inspiring thought for people to let go of their old beliefs about selfishness and actually embark on a new way of being that is very self-loving.
Well, it is self-loving, and that is important to understand that it is self-loving. If people see that you are being selfish, they will offer judgment or criticism. But in terms of being selfish, it needs to be done with compassion for others that are around you, so that they know what you are doing, they know why you are doing, that you are speaking your truth, that you are coming back into the harmony with the planet and harmony with humanity.
And actually you would be stronger. As a person who loves themselves, you can then help many more people.
Well, the higher your vibrational frequency, the more courage that you have and the stronger that you will feel to be able to then go out and speak your truth and tell people what it is that you are doing.
So this would be the first steps that we should take, or that we can take, in order to really come together in a sustainable way and change humanity.
It is the first step of the baby on the way to becoming an adult. It's the first step of the universe to understanding the nature of itself.
Thank you.